Hello guys, you are most welcome to today's tutorial, and for today I am super and overly excited to give you a tutorial on how to design a website banner that converts. Of course, you heard me right, a website banner that converts. When you design your website banner right, it is going to give you lots and lots of traffic on your website. Now let's quickly find out how you can design a website banner that converts. Let's go. If you really want to design a website banner that converts highly, the first thing you need to consider is to have an attractive web design. Have an attractive website banner, because once your website banner is attractive and gives people that wow experience, it has the potential of driving lots of people, especially new people or site visitors, onto your website to take an action. This is because it leads them back onto your website because your website banner is attractive. Now, for you to have an attractive website banner, make sure that the design and layout is simple, the color combinations are very great, and you also have a clear call to action button right here. So this website banner is very neat. It's just simple. There are clear spaces between all the text elements, and also the images do not interfere with this design at all. And this is just a perfect example of a simple design and layout. And also this website banner has a very clear call to action button, so you can practice something like this if you really want your website banner to convert. So first of all, make sure that your website banner has a simple and attractive design. Tip number 2 on how to design a highly converting website banner is to make sure that you have a clear concept and a value proposition. Most website banner that convert highly tells site visitors from the start or immediately from the beginning exactly what they are offering and also the value they are giving out to their clients or to their visitors. This is very important. Once people know the value they are getting from taking in your product or going in for your services, then they will take an action on your website banner and you get more results and more conversion. Now this website banner right here is a great example of having a clear concept and value proposition. It shows that it's a coffee shop and they are offering exclusive beans, ground coffee, and also coffee pods, and they try to create value by using a study which says that study shows that productivity rises by 60% after drinking coffee. This is a great way of creating value and it's good. And you can see right here that the website banner is very simple and the value they created is also very simple and precise, straight to the point. There's nothing so complicated about the products they are offering and also the value they are giving out. So this is a good practice, and you should practice something like this if you really want to create a website banner that highly converts. Tip number 3 is to make sure that you have noticeable call to actions or CTAs. One of the most important things about website banners that leads to high conversions is because they have call to actions that are bold, that are visible and very clear. Make sure that you are designing your call to action button in exactly that way. It should be in the eye of the viewer and it should stand out. Another important thing about call to action buttons on a website banner is that it should have actionable language. So make sure that you are using a language that is simple and is prompting the website visitor to take an action or to do something on your website banner. Now, this is a very good example of a website banner that highly converts. You can see that it has a very bold call to action, which is buy now. There's no way someone or any site visitor is going to miss this bold and visible call to action. And you realize that it doesn't have the same background as the website banner. So there's clarity, there's visibility, and this call to action button is very clear and straight to the point. This is something you should be practicing. Now let's look at the second example. Now this second example right here is another good example of a call to action button on the website banner. You can see right here that the language itself is actionable and is simple and clear. It says create a shipment. The website visitor will know exactly what to do when he or she clicks on create a shipment, and this is a good practice. So anytime you are using call to action buttons on a website banner, just make sure that it is visible, bold and clear, and it doesn't have the same background as your website banner. In this case, it will make it very visible, and the website visitor is going to take an action which will eventually land you a conversion. Tip number 4 is to emphasize the benefits the site visitor is going to get in the first place when they take an action on your website banner. People will want to click on your website banner or take an action on your website banner not because it is attractive or not because it is beautiful. That is not enough to get high conversions on your website banner. People are going to take an action because you are offering them value or you are giving them value or they find whatever you are offering them valuable. So make sure that you make that louder and you emphasize on the benefits the website visitor is going to get once they take an action on your website banner. And MailChimp did the best by using or emphasizing the benefits to the site visitors. Let's look at this example. Now, this example is a very good example and it emphasizes the benefit right here. It says MailChimp helps you design email letters, share them on social network, integrate with services, blah, blah, blah. This is a good example of placing emphasis on the benefits. And any site visitor at all is going to take an action once he or she feels that the benefit is great enough or this is providing good value. So if you want to create a website banner that converts, then make sure that you are emphasizing the benefits or the value you are giving out to your site visitors. Tip number 5 on how to design a highly converting website banner is to make sure you are using images that are eye-catching or graphics that convey an emotional message. You don't want to use any image or graphic that is dull and boring and which has the probability of even driving your site visitors away. You always have to learn how to use images and graphics because they are ways of conveying a particular message. So what message do you want to convey to your site visitors? Is it a message of emotions? Is it a message of pity? Is it a message of support? Is it a message of happiness, comfort? Use an image to represent that and they are going to get exactly the message you want to convey. Now, this website, which is Save the Children website, is a best example of using good images or using eye-catching images as well. Now, this is a good example. It has an innocent child with a mother and this website needs donations. It says, children need your help today. It's all about donations. And this is a good image. There is no way that this image will be used and it wouldn't appeal to the emotions of the site visitor. This image has high potential of appealing to the emotions of site visitors. And they are definitely going to take an action by clicking donate or follow the procedures to take that action. So anytime you want to use images or graphics on your website banner, make sure that they are eye-catching and make sure that the images are also conveying the exact message you want to send out to your site visitors. That is another way to help your website banner or to use website banner to help you get more conversions on your website. The last tip I have for you on how to design a highly converting website banner is to make sure that you are not being too wordy. Now, when you are too wordy or when you have too much information on your website banner is going to look unattractive and it might even pass for a spam. Site visitors are going to think that your website banner is a spam. So make sure that you're not designing a website banner that is too wordy, because when you do that, it will just overwhelm your site visitors and I don't think you want that. Now, this example right here is a very bad example of a website banner you should never practice. It has just too much information and this website banner could easily pass for a spam, especially if the site visitor is new. Let's look at a good example. This is a very good example of a website banner that is very simple and very focused. You can see that it doesn't have too much information and also it is very clear and straight to the point. And this is something you should all be practicing. Let's go back to our very first example to give you a clearer understanding. Now, this is the very first example we started with from the beginning. And you can also see that this website banner is also very simple. It doesn't have too much information. It's very focused and straight to the point. So this is something you should be practicing. Don't put too much information information on your website banner and make sure that the design is cohesive and all the words are simple and easy to understand and also very focused as well. Anytime you are designing a website banner, always make sure that you are designing a website banner that is more focused, sophisticated, and also very clear, straight to the point, and has a simple design and layout. This will help you create a website banner that highly converts or that brings more conversions onto your website. Okay, people, so this brings us to the end of today's tutorial on how to create a highly converting website banner. Thank you for sticking with me from the beginning to the end. And if you have learned something new for today, you know what to do at this point. All you have to do is to click on the subscribe button right below. And I promise to always come your way with more educative content for you to learn something new. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in the next tutorial.